Hi, this is Jack from Smoky Mountain Scientific. I'm going to show you some of our syringe pump features today. I'm going to first of all start by starting up the user interface. You can see this is a smaller user interface than some of them that we have developed, and it comes up connected on its communication port. Um, Okay, so there's one thing I want to show you before we start getting into that, and that is that in the syringe pump folder, there's a folder called Data, and inside that folder, there's a folder called Cal File and one called Original Cal File. Okay, so the original Cal File is meant for you to use when you screw up the Cal File. Okay, so the Cal File is a text file that you can adjust. You can change the parameters as you need to. It has the syringe number, A, B, C, and D. There are four possible options here. The volume of the syringe and the diameter that's given in millimeters. So syringe A is a 10 mil syringe with a 15.00 millimeter diameter plunger. So if you want to change the values here, you can quite easily do that and save it as the Cal file. Okay, so when the user interface comes up, it loads that diameter into the syringe diameter values. You can change the syringes that you're using by clicking on that button, and that went from the 10 mil to the 3 mil syringe, which I have listed as a 7 millimeter diameter. Okay, so you can scroll through this. There's a 1 mil syringe with a 5 millimeter diameter, and there is an empty slot that you can put in something of your own. Back to the 10 milliliter syringe with a 15 millimeter diameter. All right, so let's see here. What do we have? We have the ability to inject or withdraw. We can specify a volume. We can specify the speed. And to change the speed, you just click in the little dialog box there and change it to whatever value you want. This should be speed in microliters per second. So 100 microliters per second we're going to add until it gets to volume, and it's set up to inject. All right, that looks pretty reasonable. So now we're going to hit the run button, and you can see we're starting to inject some. We're going to hit the stop button, and it's once again, so it has stopped now. If we want to restart it, we can hit the go button again, and it should run up until it gets to about 2,000 microliters. So this is the injected volume, as it says there, in microliters. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we've, oh, I know what I did. I told it to inject another 2,000 microliters after I had already injected 500. All right, so the button over here, this resets the value that we see here back to 0, just like that. And looks like we still have more room, so if we want to add 1 milliliter, we can say 1,000 or 1 milliliter and hit the button again, and it should crank up to 1,000 microliters. Okay, so that is where we're at. You can change the speed, you can change the volume, you can change the diameter of your syringe. You can change the size, the volumes of the syringes. You can have up to 4 syringes in your calibration file, and when you screw up your calibration file, it will be back in here in original cal file under the data folder. All right, so that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this little thing here.